Hey everyone, it's Chris from Marketing During Tough Times and Chris Wilson Coaching. Thanks for stopping by. On last week's show, I promised you that I would be taking you through my 2022 marketing plan for my performing arts school to give you some ideas for what you could do in your service business. I'm not just going to list 15 things that I'm doing. I'm actually going to do something that happens before I create my tactics like direct mail and door hangers and Google AdWords. I do what I call strategic planning. I figure out what is my goal of my marketing and what is the messaging that I'm going to be doing that's going to help me get to my goal. So I look at my biggest business challenge for 2022. So my biggest business challenge is my performing arts school is reopened, but a lot of what I call our recreational clients have not returned. So we have like the serious kids and adults who like to do music and dance and art and theater, and it's their thing. Like they're a guitar player, they're a dancer, they're a painter, they're always covered in paint. Those kids came back right away. As a matter of fact, many of them never left. They did classes online because we were their most important activity. There's another side of our business that we call them the recreational clients. And they're great clients, but they're just here for fun. They might be in soccer and they play the guitar and they dance and they do a lot of stuff and they make up a big portion of our business, but it's strictly recreational. They don't really, they're not crazy about playing the piano. It's just something they like to do. So when the pandemic hit in March of 2020, those were the clients who said, you know what? We're just going to take a couple weeks off and we'll be back in May when the pandemic's over. And then it was, well, we're going to come back in September when the pandemic's over. And now it's been like 18 months and they're still not back. So our biggest business challenge of 2022 is re-engaging and getting our recreational clients to come back to the business, to start taking classes and be part of the school again. So that's my goal. So the goal, re-engage the recreational clients. So what do we need to do? Well, I need to do some research because I need to know, where did these people go? Now I started thinking, well, where did they go? Did they go somewhere else? Are they taking performing arts education somewhere else? Did they get involved in another activity? Like maybe they're doing sports because when the pandemic hit in the summer of 2020, you could actually do activities outside. So you could still play baseball, you could still play football, but they didn't really want you doing indoor activities. So maybe they're doing a different activity. Option 3, maybe they're doing nothing. Maybe they're just sitting around the house, just doing very little because at some point we got really comfortable sitting around the house. So I had to do some research. So last week, my theater department reopened. We had our grand reopening. It was our first performance in 2 years. And we were together with the cast, the kids, for about a week, rehearsing, doing our dress rehearsals, doing our performances. And I had a chance to talk to some of the kids. And I was like, well, where you guys been? What have you been doing for the past 2 years? Some of the really hardcore, serious theater kids said, well, you guys kept postponing your production, so we did some stuff at other places that actually reopened before you and some things online, knowing that we would come back to you when you reopened, but they were actually somewhere else. So that was good information. But most of the kids said, not much, just kind of hanging around, waiting for this to kind of get started and, kind of let's see what happens. There was just sort of this uncertainty. We're not vaccinated yet. Now they're starting to get vaccinated. So the majority of them were doing nothing. So armed with that information, I need to create a marketing message, because we're talking about messaging now, in my marketing for 2022 that's going to re-engage these recreational students and say, hey, look, if you are somewhere else, come back and try us again. You were happy here before, come try our classes. Here's the new things we have going on. So we're going to try to get them to come back in January. Now, maybe they're already committed somewhere else through the school year. So if it is what it is, step 2 of that would be, if you can't start in January, we have all these great summer programs that you can sign up for now. Now, some schools offer summer programs, not as many offer big summer programs like we do, but they usually don't start marketing until April or May. So if we're hitting these students up in January going, hey, you can sign up for your June, July, and August summer programs now, we're sort of a whole 4 or 5 months ahead of our competitors. So that's one way that we're going to try to re-engage our clients. The clients who are doing nothing, they're not doing any activities right now, we have to get them excited enough about what they did previously, talking about the excitement, the camaraderie, how much they liked music, how much they liked art, how much they liked dance, whatever activity they were in, to get them to get off their couch, get in their car, and have their parents drive them to our school and start taking programs again. So in that case, we're sort of pushing the emotional buttons of the things they're missing out on. So these are fun activities, being back among people, especially as vaccination rates rise, there's sort of less fear with the people. So my assignment for this week is I'm going to work out the messaging for my marketing campaigns. So whether I use door hangers or direct mail or Google AdWords, it will all have the same message. And that message, from a practical standpoint, will need to speak to both people. So I'm speaking to the people who went somewhere else, and I'm speaking to the people who are no longer in any programs. They're just sitting at home. All right, so that's my assignment for this week. I will give you the results next time. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.